It's time for something different.
Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat. Today's patron shout-out goes to Grove Twig. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. Now, as you can tell, we're here in my car. I'm sitting in the trunk, actually, with the hatch open. And, like I said, it's time for a change. Today, I want to talk a little bit about what's going to be different here at Freebeat and why I'm doing what I want to do. Plain and simple, my studio is no longer an engaging space for me to work. Being stuck in the same 7 by 8 or whatever the tiny dimensions are of that room, being stuck in a space that small is not inspiring anymore. And while I am so incredibly grateful to have that space, I want to get out and make music out here in the world, in the real world, out in nature. Where I'm inspired most. Now, in fact, I haven't driven that far out of town. As you can see, the main road is still right there, and I am at this kind of parking lot area for a local hiking trail, but I figured I'd rather come out here and talk to you all than do it in the studio. It just felt like the right thing to do. And already I find myself a lot more inspired by what I see around here. Just breathing in the outside air. It's crisp, it's clean. It's very cold right now. It's like 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm in shorts, didn't think that one through. Probably have to get some more pants. Also, I am just trying this video with the onboard microphone of my Canon G7X Mark II. I do have the Zoom, the F2 with me, but I wanted to see what this audio sounded like. So if it's completely unusable, then I'll film it again. If not, I'll try to fix it in the editing software and see what I can do. I'm not afraid to try these things anymore. Before I kind of was, and that's all gone now. You see, I want to make better content, higher quality content. I want to learn more about like cinematography and video making in general, and being trapped in the studio made that feel like it was a waste of time. But now, out here, I feel like I really have a reason to improve, because I want to share all of these experiences with you, you know, in a way that I'm actually proud to share, rather than me just sitting at a desk. Now, this isn't going to be like a proper making music out in the wilderness video. I'm like, you know, just a few miles from home, and there's no real script or anything. I just wanted to come out here to talk. But I did prep a kind of mock bag here to show you all sort of what I have in mind gear-wise for an excursion like this, for a video. So, first of all, I guess I've got the Canon G7X in my hand. That is a very important piece of gear. But I also have the Zoom H5. This is how I plan on recording my portable gear. It's a 4-track digital recorder that runs on batteries, takes SD card. Yeah. This is the little windscreen for it. I threw a MIDI cable in here just to show that I had a MIDI cable with me. And then I brought a couple pieces of gear that are very, very portable and very, very inspiring to me. Got the Polyenda Tracker Mini, the Dirty Wave M8, and the Woof Box. Then I also have this little case here, which has things like extra batteries, SD cards, cables, MIDI adapters, you know, important stuff like that. Got all my SD cards right there. Only have 2 extra with me today because I figured I wouldn't be gone too long. I also have the Arturia keystep here, and I don't think I'll use it today for anything, but I wanted to see if it would fit comfortably in the backpack, and yes, it does. I can actually walk around no problem with the backpack on, so that's great. Then I have this little baggie with my Zoom F2, which is just my clip-on lav mic, which, like I said in the intro, I'm not going to be using today, just to see how the G7X onboard microphone does. Also, I'm sorry if things like focus randomly adjust in the video. I'm trying out a whole bunch of new things right now that I've been wanting to try for a long time, and I've just not really found the reason to. Like I said, filming in the studio, just very uninspiring, and it made me not want to try anything different. But yeah, that's what I've got in the bag. That's basically it. And I brought 3 pieces of gear. I think a lot of the time I'll probably just focus on 1 piece of gear at a time, you know? So like maybe just the Tracker Mini here, just the Woof Box, or just the M8. In fact, today, I think I'm gonna give the M8 a shot. And there's a good chance, depending on how I edit this, that you've already heard or been hearing some of the music that I've made. Another reason that I'm really excited to work out of the car is that I really can't use speakers at home. I can't use monitors in my studio. We have very, very tight noise restrictions in our apartment complex, and I only ever use headphones. Now, I didn't really have a problem with that until I went to Trickman Terry's house in Chicago, and when I visited Grove Twig as well. They both have, you know, pretty beefy amplification setups, so they can listen to their music. And that's what made me realize, like, oh, I need to be hearing my music through not just headphones, but also speakers. Here in the car, at a campsite in the middle of nowhere, I can use speakers. Now, I'm not sure exactly which speakers I'm going to use yet. I've been really looking at the mini rigs, specifically the 3s and the 4s. I know availability is kind of weird right now, but I would love to give something like that a shot and, you know, be able to actually listen to my music without headphones on speakers. The car also does have an audio system. It sucks, but that's a great way to figure out if you like how your music sounds, you know? Just throw it on the car speakers, and because that's what a lot of people are going to be listening on, car speakers and cell phone speakers, unfortunately. But I never really listen to my own music in the car speakers, so this is a much easier way to do that as well. Another thing I want to do in the car is maybe come up with some sort of overhead rig so we can still do the typical top-down shots that you've all probably gotten used to watching my channel, because there will still be some moments, I'm sure, where I want to film you know, not necessarily a tutorial, but a top-down shot of a piece of gear with me working on it and me explaining things. So I don't know if that's like putting the camera here, whoops, I bumped it, and going like that, or if it's coming up with some kind of like temporary clamp or stand system that I can put right here. So then, you know, we can just work like normal, essentially. That'd be pretty cool, I think. Whatever I come up with, I want it to be temporary, non-permanent. Reason being, I might sell this car someday and I don't want to damage it, but also I don't really want to be a target for, you know, burglary or theft. I don't want anyone to break into my car and take stuff, and I'd love just to be able to take the whole setup on the go with me. As you can see, a little bit of water is starting to make its way back here. Of course, water is no good for electronic music gear, so I will have to come up with a solution for that. But I just love rain, and I love Oregon at this time of year. Just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know, like, how wide it is up there. I don't exactly know if I have any means to fix that with my G7X. I'll adjust the ISO there. But I am just learning, so bear with me. Bear with me. I've actually been out here for about a half hour now, just working on the M8, and I realized, you know, it doesn't have an onboard microphone, but the Tracker Mini does. So, just going to go from the line out of the Tracker Mini to the line in on the Dirty Wave M8, and just use this as a microphone right now. I just want a little finger snap, nothing crazy. Alright, I can hear it in my monitors, good news. Alright, so I just finished working on a little M8 track, and I gotta say, the difference between here and the studio is, I mean, obviously night and day, but the difference between the experience was also night and day. I don't typically make slower music, so, you know, just being inspired by kind of the rain, and there's been cars kind of coming in and out going super slow, you know, as people are trying to test the hike to see if it's worth doing because it's super wet. So a lot of people have come, and then like 2 minutes later I see them go back to their cars and leave, and I don't know, just that whole mood kind of inspired that little piece. Also, I do realize when I went for the Polyanda Tracker Mini for the microphone, I could have just used the Zoom H5, so silly me. Also, I just realized that it's probably sounding to some of you like I might just be exclusively filming in my car, and I want to assure you that is absolutely not the case. In fact, far from it. The point of this change is to get out and experience the world around me. The car is simply just going to act as a home base, you know, a familiar spot that I can return to when I need a proper overhead shot, or in times like today when the weather is kind of spotty. But don't worry, we're going to be getting out and about. Now, of course, the videos aren't going to be perfect, and they probably won't ever get there, and honestly, you know, here at the beginning, they're probably going to be bad, but that's okay. My goal is simply to improve with each video that I put out, and if I can do that, I'll be happy. So I do hope you're looking forward to this change of scenery. I mean, quite literally here at the channel. We still will do some videos within the studio, some traditional overhead ones. I'm still going to be streaming. Sunday sessions is still going to exist, and I'm sure a lot of those will come from the studio. But I do hope you're looking forward to this new path for the channel. If you are, be sure to leave a like. If you have any thoughts or opinions or advice or anything like that, please leave it in a comment down below. If not, you know the drill, you can hit dislike, that's okay too. It doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me want to try that much harder, and more than ever, I really do mean that. So thank you for sticking out. You know, the channel turns 5 this year, 30,000 subscribers are on the cusp of it anyway. Amazing. I can't wait to see what 2024 will hold. I can't wait to get out there and make some more music for you all. Thank you so very much. We'll see you next time. Bye.